and welcome to the Voices of Victory podcast show. And today's little application that I put together is on confidence or narcissism, right? So if you don't know the difference between, let's say, confidence and narcissism, please go listen to my show 238, show number 238, Red Flags of Narcissism. So we're going to go over this. We're going to take this little quiz. There's 14 of them. And you're going to decide whether it's confidence or narcissism. I'm going to answer, obviously, for you. But you're going to learn along the way because you're going to figure out what the right answer is versus the wrong answer. So everything usually revolves around my needs and my desires. So we'll say that that's narcissism. Yes, it's characterized by an excessive focus on oneself and a lack of empathy for others' needs. You see, the keywords are empathy for others' needs. Let's go to the next question. I can accept constructive criticism without becoming defensive. Let's see, confidence. Yes, confident individuals view criticism as an opportunity for growth, not a personal attack. And that's the thing, a narcissist will believe that it is a personal attack because whatever criticism is thrown at them, they connect their results to their identity. And as a result of doing so, every piece of criticism is an attack. Next question. I'm aware of my strengths, but I also acknowledge my weaknesses. This is definitely confidence. Self-awareness is important. A narcissist usually does not have self-awareness, unless, of course, they learn to step into that. And this is all about including recognizing limitations. See, that's the thing, is that someone with confidence will recognize their limitations, but it is a sign of true confidence. Let's go on. I often feel envious or resentful when others achieve something I haven't. This is obvious. It is indeed narcissism. Yes, a narcissist may perceive others, when it comes to others' success, as a threat to their own sense of superiority, leading to jealousy. So in other words, anybody that surpasses their abilities becomes a threat. This is what happens often enough. Doesn't matter, male or female. Male or female, doesn't matter. If you are somebody who sees others succeeding and it becomes a threat, then it's a threat to their very identity. It's that simple. So this creates jealousy. So yes, this does happen with women and men. With men, they may get jealous when they start to see that another guy has all the success and has the house, the car, the microwave. They have all the external trimmings on the cake. Where a woman might see another woman that, let's say, went to college and became successful, worked hard, went through a lot of trials and tribulations and became successful. And it may be a threat because they are unable to achieve what that other person is achieving. So again, it really is external. You got to remember the concept is external. Let's go from here. I often feel I deserve special privileges or treatments that others don't. And this is definitely narcissism. It's a sense of entitlement. It's a hallmark of narcissism. You got to understand, these are narcissistic traits. They don't necessarily constitute that a person is narcissistic. It's narcissistic tendencies. You got to remember, according to the DSM-5, it is a personality disorder. So what you want to share, what you want to understand, is that a good portion of the folks out there, those narcissistic camps that are out there, they're throwing up their social media flags about narcissism, they need to understand that it's about narcissistic tendency. That's the thing, is that social media is creating these wide-scale global judgments because it's very polarized out there. It's either this or that. They overdiagnose or underdiagnose, or there's a complete lack of compassion, And you might be saying, why should I have compassion for a narcissist? That statement in itself is a judgmental statement. To have compassion is the opposite of judgment. Let's make that very clear. Why? Because it helps you understand them. It also helps you deal with them. It also helps you understand that you can have compassion for people, and you could still have a massive amount of boundaries. It's really quite okay. And that's the thing. It's about that mastery. It's that mastery between boundaries and having that compassion. But people are assuming that they're quote unquote a narcissistic personality disorder when in fact the person just has a tendency. You see how that gets completely skewed? And that is getting greatly skewed out there. Let's go on to the next question. I know my worth and I don't need to prove it by putting others down. Confidence. Healthy confidence comes from self-acceptance, not feeling superior to others. I sometimes find myself subtly manipulating situations or people to get what I want. Narcissism, all the way. Manipulative behavior to serve one's own ends. Again, it's a narcissistic trait. I'm comfortable saying no when necessary without feeling guilty. This is confidence. Setting boundaries and prioritizing your own well-being by saying no is a sign of self-respect and confidence. I require a lot of admiration and praise from others to feel good about myself. Narcissist. The individuals, they have a fragile self-esteem that relies on external validation. That's the key word, external. When I make a mistake, I own up to it and try to learn from it. That's confidence. That is confidence. Taking responsibility for one's own actions is a sign of maturity and confidence. I make an effort to truly listen and understand others' perspectives, even if I disagree. And this is confidence. Confident individuals are secure enough to value and consider other viewpoints. A narcissism will throw dirt on your viewpoint immediately, and they'll make a point of it. They'll make sure that it happens in front of other people. Again, these are tendencies, okay? But they'll make sure it happens in front of other people because they want to diminish your social value. So they'll do that, especially if there's 10 people around, 5 people around. They won't make a scene. They'll do a Broadway play. This is just the way it goes. So let's go on. Seeing others succeed generally makes me happy for them. This is good, strong confidence. They're not threatened by the success of other people, where narcissists are. I genuinely believe that I am more special and talented than most people. This is narcissism, a persistent sense of superiority and grandiosity. I respect others' personal boundaries and expect mine to be respected too. That's confidence. Mutual respect for boundaries and characteristics of healthy relationships fostered by confidence. Now look at that. I got 14 out of 14. I kind of knew the answers already, of course, but maybe you didn't. So if you want to find out more about this topic, visit video number 238, Red Flags of Narcissism, on my channel, or you can go to the Narcissism playlist. Have a great day and see you on the next video.